Hey guys, and welcome back. Today is going to be my June favorites. It has been a really long time since I have sat down and filmed a video. I had a really busy month of June. I'm really sorry that there was hardly any videos out in June. It was just a very busy time of the year. But I think now I'm going to have more time. I finished up my course that I was taking. I'm not teaching piano in the summer, so that's all wrapped up, and I just feel like I have more time now. So hopefully I will be able to get some more videos out for you guys in the month of July. It is so hot this week. We were hitting records the entire week, just unbearably hot in my apartment. On Monday, it was like 43 degrees, and I didn't have aircon, and I didn't have any fans, and I was just constantly sweaty the entire day. I'm actually still really sweaty right now. It's cooled down a lot. I think it's only like 30 right now. It's definitely cooled down a lot, but it's still really hot. So I was gonna film a bunch of videos this week, but then I just had to not film because I could not stand it. I was just so sweaty. So this evening is like the first time that it's been decent and not too hot. So that's why I'm finally sitting down and filming this for you guys. I hope you enjoy my monthly favorites. Thank you as always for watching, and let's just go ahead and get started. First favorite is a perfume. I like to pick a different perfume for every season. I think I mentioned this a while back, but I really like associating perfume with a specific time period in my life. So in the winter I was wearing Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One perfume, which I love. It smells so good. I actually gotta miss wearing it. And then in spring I was wearing Jo Malone's Wild Bluebell perfume, which was like the perfect spring perfume, but it's so florally that I needed something different for summer. So I picked up Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Intense perfume, and this smells so good. I even got my mom to try it, and she really loved it as well. I picked up the smallest size available, so 25 milliliters, but I've already used quite a bit of it because I just spritz like my entire body with this because it just smells so good. When you first put it on, it smells very citrusy. Like I feel like it smells like oranges, but it could be lemon. I don't know. It just smells very citrusy. It smelled totally different on my mom. She said she smelled like fruity and floral notes. For me, it kind of goes citrusy. It has this very fresh scent, but then the longer it sits on you, it kind of gets this like musky scent. Like it doesn't smell like white musk, which I also love from the Body Shop. I love white musk as well, but it does have a little bit like of a fresh musky scent, if that's a thing. I really enjoyed it. It's perfect for summer. I cannot stop wearing this. Like I'm wearing it all the time, even when I'm just at home, because first of all I smell so bad because I'm like sweating all the time, but it just smells so good. And my second favorite is a new baseball cap. I love this baseball cap. It's like the only one I want to wear this summer. It says Dunder Mifflin on it, which I feel like people don't really get it because it's like well, I mean, they get it if they watch The Office, but if you don't watch The Office, it's pretty subtle and it's not super obvious. It just kind of looks like a denim, like a fake denim hat, but I really like it. It doesn't go with this dress, so I'm not going to wear it. I'm going to the beach after this, by the way. I wasn't going to wear makeup at all, but I had to film this video because it's like my only day to do it, so that's why I'm in makeup. But I would wear this hat to the beach if I wasn't in this dress. It's just, I love this hat so much. I got it off Amazon. It was pretty cheap. I think it was like $18 Canadian, which was pretty good for a baseball cap. And like I said, I've been wearing it all the time. It's just subtle enough that you would really only get it if you are an Office fan, but it also doesn't look like obnoxious or fandom-like, I guess. Anyway, now I have hot hair, but I really love this. I've been wearing it all summer so far, and I'm just gonna keep wearing it. I picked up a new mascara. I needed a waterproof mascara for the summer because I go to the lake a lot. So I picked up Covergirl's Lash Blast. Oh, it like matches my nails exactly. This is the Lash Blast Clean Waterproof in very black. It's okay. It's not like my absolute favorite waterproof. I definitely like the Essence You Better Work waterproof mascara more, but it is super waterproof. Like this does not smudge or flake off. It's so hard to remove at the end of the day. I need to get like a better waterproof makeup remover because this is really hard to remove, but it does stay on your lashes through everything. Like you could dunk your head in the water and it's not going to come off at all. That's why I wanted to include it in my favorites. I don't really like the way it makes my lashes look. It's pretty like thin, and it doesn't really add that much volume or length or anything, but the fact that it's so waterproof is why I love it. So had to talk about that. To jump into some other makeup that I chose for the month of June, my eyeshadow palette of the month was the Temptress palette from Alter Ego. I love this palette. I almost want to choose it again for July, but I know that I can't because I have a lot of palettes. It would be boring to choose the same one again. But I really like this palette. It's such good quality and it was really affordable. You can't get Sultry from Anastasia anymore, so this is kind of like the next best dupe, I would say. The quality is really good and I really enjoyed it. I love all the colors. I really am sad to put this away because even though I wore it a lot, I feel like I just didn't wear it enough because I wasn't wearing much makeup. Even today, I guess I could have put makeup on, but like eyeshadow on, but I just put some eyeliner and mascara on, and yeah. It's just a missed opportunity because it's such a good palette. But definitely pick it up if you were looking for a good like sultry dupe. And then my base products of the month, honestly, I didn't wear any of these. I pretty much just wore my concealer. So right now I'm just wearing my concealer, like my L'Oreal concealer, and very little of it because I just don't want my face. I just don't want my face to feel like it has anything on it. So honestly, all I'm wearing on my face is like 2 dots of concealer under my eyes and like 1, 2, 3 dots around my mouth, and that's it. And I put on some blush and bronzer, and that is all I have on my skin because it's just so hot and unbearable to wear makeup. But throughout the month of June, I really didn't wear base makeup that much besides concealer, so I'll just walk you through the products because I do like them. It's just unfortunate that I didn't wear them. But the first one is the Revolution Super Dewy Skin Tint, which is really, really awesome and an amazing, affordable skin tint. I also had the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer. This one is in the shade Light 03. Probably gonna pick it again for July because I didn't wear it and I really want to try it out again. Covergirl's Clean Fresh Skin Milk in the shade Light Medium 550. This is actually really good. I'm kind of bummed I didn't wear it because it's such a good color match for me right now. I have a tan now, so these are like my more tanned makeup shades. And then the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation, which I actually might wear tomorrow. It's Canada Day tomorrow, so it's my day off, and I might actually put it on because I'm going to a barbecue. It has SPF 20 in it, but I actually wear SPF, like additional SPF underneath all my makeup now because it's so sunny and I'm so nervous about wrinkles and sunspots. So I've been wearing like SPF 50 on my face every time I go outside. So it doesn't really matter to me if like base products have SPF in them. I used to like really want that, but now I don't care because I wear face SPF every day. But anyway, that is all. Those are all of the base products that I chose this month. They're all really good products. I just didn't wear them. So this is like what I say every favorites video. I just don't wear makeup. It's so tough because I love makeup. I just don't love it right now. I don't like wearing it. I'm so sweaty. Hey, moving on. I watched Fatherhood yesterday on Netflix and it was so sad. I think I cried the entire movie. Yeah, I don't think I was actually watching it at all without tears in my eyes. It was just very sad and emotional. But it was good. It's Kevin Hart and I really enjoyed it. I want to watch it with my parents, but I don't know if they want to watch it. Okay, so I read 4 books this month. Well, one of them is actually a play. But I'm really impressed by my reading. I try to do 2 books a month, but this month I did 4. First one is Margaret Atwood's The Testaments. I actually read through this one really, really quick. It didn't take me long at all. At first I liked it more than The Handmaid's Tale. As it progressed, I liked it a little bit less and less. I don't know, I think the storyline kind of lost it for me. It felt very rushed and it just didn't have as much, I think, detail or substance to it. About halfway through, I felt like it was kind of losing its substance a bit. But it is really good. I haven't watched the show. Probably buy it, but it really wasn't as good. I preferred The Handmaid's Tale for sure. It's such an interesting story though, and I wish she would write more, but I don't think she will because this one kind of ended in a way that I don't think she could write more unless she told it from the perspective of a different category in Gilead. Like, she told it from like a Martha's perspective or from a wife's perspective. I think we've gotten like the handmaids, the aunts, and the kids, so it would be cool to hear it from like some of the other people in that world. But yeah, anyways, it was still good. I really enjoyed it. I read Twelfth Night, and why do I feel like I talked about Twelfth Night recently, but it's obviously a play by Shakespeare. It's one of my favorite comedies. I really, really love it. It's so funny, it's really hilarious, and I've seen it on stage a couple times. I've already read this one before. I read it in high school, I think, but reading it again as an adult it's so good. It's so hilarious, and I am so impressed by She's the Man because I love that movie. It's so funny. I love Amanda Bynes. That movie did like one of the best modern adaptations of like a classic that I've ever seen. I would say She's the Man, Clueless, and 10 Things I Hate About You. Oh, and Bride and Prejudice. I think those are like the 4 best modern adaptations of classic pieces. She's the Man is probably my favorite though. So similar to Twelfth Night. They did a really good job adapting it. It's a really good play. It's not that hard to read. I feel like it's one of the Shakespeare's that's a bit easier to read, but I don't know because I've seen it a bunch of times on stage, so I know the story really well. I really enjoy the story. It's pretty complicated, as all of Shakespeare's comedies are. There's lots of characters and moving parts, but it's really good and I really enjoy it. I also read this book, which has been on my reading list for a while. This is The Heart is a Lonely Hunter by Carson McCullers, and I don't really know what I was expecting when I read this one, but it was just totally not what I was expecting. I think I was very kind of shocked by the story. I also did not know that Carson was she's a female author, which kind of shocked me when I was reading like the little description at the beginning. It's kind of one of those books that doesn't really move anywhere. Like, there is a plot, but it doesn't really have a plot. I think it's more so based on the characters. It's not even really about the writing style. It's really just, I feel like, characters, and it just kind of does a snapshot of these 5 different characters, I guess, and their like year. And it just kind of tells their lives from their perspective throughout that year, and it's really interesting the way it like flips between the characters. You get to know each of them really well, but at the same time you don't really know them because you're only getting a year of their life. It doesn't really give you a backstory. It doesn't give you much of like, it kind of leaves it open-ended at the end as well. But it is interesting, and the characters were just they're all very different, and they're all really interesting. There's also a lot of underlying racial topics in the book as well, because it's based in Georgia, I believe. Yes, it's in Georgia in the 1930s, which was during the Great Depression. And so there's obviously a lot of poor people, but there's also the racism against Black people as well, and it's very interesting. It's actually really good. I'm glad I read it, and I'm also glad I own this one because I feel like it's a book that I want to pick up again. It's not like a page turner by any means. I don't really know how to explain it, but I was intrigued and I kept reading it, and I finished it really fast. I think I finished it in about 5 days, which was pretty good for me. So yeah, I did enjoy this one. And the last book that I read, which is another kind of short one, maybe that's why I got through about 4 books this month because they were all kind of short. But this is The Stranger by Albert Camus. This was actually a really good book. We're reading this one for our virtual book club in July. I've always been interested in reading this one, and I'm really glad that I finally did. I've only read one other work by him, and it was The Plague. I definitely like The Stranger more than The Plague. The Stranger is it like really makes you think. It's such a strange novel. I don't even really get the title. I'm gonna have to wait to see what the book club says about why it's called The Stranger. Again, it's kind of like a very short time in the main character's life. It's about, I don't even know how long it is. It's like months, I think, that we get of his life. His life takes a drastic turn. It's kind of more about how he views life and death, and his morals and, lack of morals maybe. I don't know. It's a very strange book. It's hard to describe. It's really interesting, and I'm going to go look it up on Reddit to see what people are saying. Whenever I read a good book, or watch a good movie, I always go to Reddit to see what the Reddit people are saying because they tend to be very insightful. Like, the people on Reddit are very smart, I think, or they just have really good points. So I always check books and movies up on Reddit after I've watched or read them. It was a really good read. I'm really excited to discuss it because I feel like it's such a small book, but it's packed with so much stuff that makes it so interesting, and I feel like there'll be a lot to discuss. And that wraps up my June favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said at the beginning, I'm really sorry for the lack of content on my channel lately. It's been really hard to film, like I mentioned, in June. But I'm hoping that now that I'm a bit more freed up with my schedule, I'll have more time to dedicate to my YouTube channel. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and I'll see you in my next one.